Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There are moments in life where the pace seems normal, almost manageable. And then suddenly the ground starts moving, without warning, without permission. Not because something went wrong, but because something divine decided it's time. That's the kind of moment you're standing in right now. This isn't a season that knocks politely. This is the kind of blessing that barges in. It's not waiting for you to feel ready or to plan the perfect response. It's arriving on its own schedule because heaven just approved the release. And here's the thing most people won't tell you. When a blessing this big is on its way, it doesn't always feel good at first. Sometimes the interruption looks like a closed door. Sometimes it sounds like silence after you've prayed for clarity. And sometimes it shows up right in the middle of your attempt to get back to normal. Because what God's bringing won't fit inside your old routine. It's too large, too sacred, too alive. You've outgrown the shape of your current circumstances because the container was never meant to be permanent. Think of it like this. A hermit crab knows it's time to leave the shell when it gets too tight to breathe. Not when it's broken, not when someone pushes it out, but when the space that once felt safe becomes a place that slows it down. That pressure you've been feeling, that restlessness you haven't been able to shake, that's your signal. Your shell is too small now, and heaven is about to hand you a new one, larger, stronger, unexpected. But before you move into it, something sacred has to interrupt the pattern you've been trying to maintain. This blessing doesn't come dressed as comfort. It comes as collision. God is about to crash into your ordinary with something extraordinary. You won't need to force it. You won't need to fake excitement. Because the alignment will be so sharp, it'll feel like everything you once hoped for has finally caught up to you. And maybe you've been sensing it. Like your spirit has been standing at the window, waiting for a sign that the next part of your life is on its way. Maybe you've even tried to go back to old rhythms, old relationships, old expectations, just to feel something familiar again. But nothing clicks anymore, does it? That's not your fault. That's the evidence. The version of you that was built for survival is now stepping aside. And the version of you that's built for overflow is being called forward. And God? He's not interested in slow introductions right now. He's moving like lightning, fast, clear, and impossible to ignore. This is not about proving you're ready. This is about realizing you've already been chosen. The storm you made it through, the healing you didn't think was possible, the patience it took to keep showing up when no one clapped, that was your preparation. But now it's time for an encounter. Not with another test, but with timing. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to explain why you deserve it. Because this isn't a blessing you earn. It's a shift that was written before you even knew how to ask for it. It's the door that's been marked for you. The moment that was delayed, just to meet you in your fullness. And when it hits, you'll feel it in your chest before your mind can explain it. You'll speak words you didn't rehearse. You'll say yes without overthinking. Not because you're impulsive, but because your spirit will recognize the moment it was made for. This isn't just a breakthrough. It's a divine interruption, a holy disruption, a beautifully timed collision between your preparation and God's perfect plan. And it's already in motion. You know, sometimes a blessing doesn't walk in softly. It shows up like a thunderclap across your plans, like a sudden stillness in the middle of momentum, like a voice inside that whispers, "It's now." And even if everything outside still looks the same, something inside you already knows it's different now. Because this kind of shift doesn't need an audience to begin. It just needs your agreement. But don't get it twisted. Agreement doesn't mean performance. It means surrender. It means letting go of the backup plan you kept just in case this took too long. It means releasing the identity you built while you were waiting. Not because it was wrong, but because it was temporary. You've been carrying the weight of keeping it together longer than anyone knows. You've mastered the art of pushing through, smiling through confusion, showing up with answers when you were the one still full of questions. But now, the questions are fading. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because something deeper is waking up in you. A knowing, a rhythm that doesn't come from strategy, but from alignment. You're not just being led anymore. You're being activated, pushed, positioned. And yes, some things will fall apart as this blessing arrives. Not because you failed to hold them up, but because they were never meant to survive the impact of your rising. This kind of divine blessing doesn't just add to your life, it rearranges it. You might feel tired, but it's not exhaustion. It's the ache of expansion. Growth this sacred often comes with a stretch. It's your soul adjusting to the new space that was carved for you before the foundation of the world. And the reason this feels so intense right now, because you're not just receiving something, you're being entrusted with it. God doesn't bless chosen ones just to improve their comfort. He blesses them to expand their reach. You are being sent, not to impress, but to shift. That's why your presence has been getting louder lately, even when you're silent. That's why people have been drawn to your peace, even when you're unsure yourself. Even when you've been trying to stay small, the blessing won't let you. It's calling you out, into places you didn't feel ready for, into roles you didn't apply for, into conversations you didn't expect to carry so much weight. But here you are, and everything in you is rising to meet this moment, even the parts you tried to leave behind. That version of you that used to flinch at opportunity, they're gone. The one who needed constant reassurance before every step, they've grown quiet. Because something louder is speaking now. Your authority. It's not pride, it's not performance. It's the sound of someone who survived too much to keep asking for permission. And yes, there will be days when doubt still knocks. When the bigness of what you're walking into feels unfairly placed on your shoulders. But here's the truth. God wouldn't interrupt your life with this kind of blessing if He hadn't already buried the capacity to carry it inside you. You're not walking into this empty. You're walking in equipped. So don't be surprised when doors swing open without warning. Don't second-guess the timing just because it doesn't match your calendar. This is heaven's schedule now, and it doesn't consult fear. It doesn't wait for your confidence to catch up. It just moves and invites you to move with it. You've prayed for the overflow. You've wept for the kind of clarity that breaks generational cycles. Well, this is it. It may not look like the image you built in your mind. It may not arrive wrapped in the applause you imagined. But this blessing, it's customized. It's coded to your journey. And it's not just coming for you, it's coming through you. Others will be fed by this, healed by this, awakened by this. That's why it took so long. Because you were being prepared. And God says, now. Now, the blessing comes. Not to rescue you, to reveal you, to show the world what's been forming behind the scenes all along. So don't resist the shift. Don't cling to what was. The interruption has already begun. Let it rearrange you. Let it free you. Because when God interrupts, it's not to disturb your peace. It's to deliver your purpose. And you, my dear friend, are right on time. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.